That is about you. You will start having big chest. God says that is a completely vital message for you nowadays. Do no longer ignore it. Pay attention to this message. This is approximately you. You may begin having massive chest pain, due to what your soul is refusing to release. This pain isn't always just bodily. It's far spiritual. It's miles the pain of emotion that has been buried too lengthy. It's miles the cry of your inner self, silenced by using years of pretending you were fine, years of maintaining in tears that needed to fall, words that had to be spoken, and healing that in no way came. You will start to feel it not due to the fact something is wrong with you, but because everything that become incorrect around you is being added to the floor for cleansing. This ache is a spiritual fireplace. It isn't always to break you, but to purge you, to bring out what you had been in no way meant to carry on my own. What you are feeling is the weight of betrayal, abandonment, unspoken truths, and damaged guarantees, all colliding in your chest like thunder on a stormy night time. That is the coronary heart crying out for something greater, greater fact, extra restoration, more love. Your body is talking in your soul, and your soul is crying due to the fact you have been trying to be sturdy for anybody but yourself. You've been the assist, the shoulder, the silent person who absorbs the emotion of others even as suppressing your own. However, the pain is starting to press against you currently. It will now not be overlooked. It's miles your body's way of asking you to eventually concentrate, to sooner or later pause, to subsequently give up. The strain you feel isn't simply from lifestyle's obligations. It's miles from spiritual unrest. There are matters you have got averted confronting, human beings you've forgiven outwardly but nevertheless carry within the locked vaults of your coronary heart. Places you've got left bodily however nevertheless live in emotionally. Decisions you've made to continue to exist which are now growing like ghosts, reminding you that survival is not similar to restoration. Your chest will pain because your spirit is awakening. It's miles pushing you to forestall ignoring your fact. There are silent nights while you lay down and think the whole lot is first rate. But then, a atypical emptiness grows inner your chest. From time to time, it is like a gradual squeeze. Different times, it's a pointy reminder. And what is it telling you? That you have forgotten how to take care of your soul. That you've been rushing, giving, appearing, hiding, and now your heart is pronouncing, no greater. You need to make room for healing. You have to prevent pretending you're okay while your soul is silently screaming. Your coronary heart is uninterested in carrying what turned into in no way supposed to be yours. Guilt that doesn't belong to you. Responsibilities you were in no way supposed to endure alone. Ache exceeded down from generations, silent, unseen, but effective. It has made a domestic in your chest, and now, your spirit is evicting it. This ache isn't an enemy. It's miles a signal. It's far a sacred message. And although it feels unbearable at times, it comes with a promise. This pain has a reason. This pain is the call to transformation. It's far the whisper within the storm, asking you to surrender all that is not serving you. Your soul has been patient, however the time has come. You cannot bring what isn't always yours. You cannot maintain living with wounds dressed in silence. You can't maintain pressing forward while pieces of you beg for interest. Your spirit needs peace, and peace will only come when you start to release what has been poisoning your internal world. That chest ache isn't best emotional. It is non-secular weight manifesting on your frame. It's what happens when you internalize an excessive amount of. Whilst you swallow too many hard truths and never spit them out, while you cry inwardly in place of outwardly, while you turn out to be the therapist, the listener, the fixer, however by no means the one who's allowed to interrupt, to bleed, to be human. The ache is holy. It smiles sacred unrest. It is the decision to sluggish down and finally face yourself. And in that facing, there might be launch. In that launch, there will be a new beginning. However, first comes the acknowledgement. You can't fix what you feel isn't always damaged. You can't heal from what you won't admit is hurting. You cannot be free if you refuse to sense. So, the chest pain comes due to the fact something is being born in you, a deeper fact, a deeper cry, a deeper knowing. It is not just a feeling. It's a revelation. What's hidden for your beyond is knocking. What you concept you buried is growing. But now not to harm you, handiest to be healed. And although you could fear that going through it'll ruin you, the truth is, it will sooner or later set you unfastened. You have been requesting a signal. You've been pleading for readability. And here it smiles, written no longer in phrases alone, but in your frame, in your breath, in your pain. Something deep is converting in you. And though the pain is actual, so is the promise. The promise is that what's surfacing now could be what become constantly supposed to be released. You don't need to bring it anymore. You don't need to show your power through pretending you're not hurting. You don't need to deliver a grin that hides sorrow. This chest pain is an invitation to be honest with yourself. It's time to be susceptible. To talk. To cry. To heal. To allow it all out. You aren't vulnerable because you feel. You're strong due to the fact you do. The numbness you as soon as wore like armor is falling away. And now your proper healing begins. My baby, that is about you. The whispers of the unseen geographical regions have reached deep into your soul, wearing a message which you can't ignore to any extent further. The light is bending toward your coronary heart, and what you experience internal is the stirring of something tremendous approximately to unfold. There could be a time quickly whilst you will begin having huge chest ache, not as a signal of weak spot, however, because the weight of the unseen battles your spirit has persevered. This ache isn't random. It's far the frame's way of speak me the language of your soul. It is the heaviness of what you have got carried by myself, the grief and hope tangled together in a sacred knot. You have been protecting too much. You've been silencing the ache, pushing down the cries that no one else hears. But now the pain will rise to the surface, and your coronary heart will talk a language even strangers will understand. It's a call to pay attention. A name to heal. This chest ache is not just a bodily sensation. It's far a religious alarm, a divine sign that something to your lifestyles is prepared to change dramatically. God says, I see your ache. I realize the load you deliver. This isn't the stop of your story, but the starting of a new bankruptcy where your heart is cleansed by means of the fireplace of transformation. Agree with on this technique, to your spirit is aligning with the extra purpose written lengthy before you walk this earth. The ache you feel is tied to the burden of unspoken truths. Secrets you saved to defend yourself, moments when you selected silence over the danger of being misunderstood. It is the heaviness of desires postponed, promises broken, no longer by way of your hands, but by means of the currents of lifestyles that strive to drag you far from your destiny. But right here you're, still breathing, nevertheless fighting inside the quiet locations where only God is aware of. That is a message on the way to open your eyes wide and pay attention carefully to the rhythm of your heart. It is making an attempt to inform you what your thoughts has refused to well known. It is telling you that it is time to launch the antique pain, the sorrow it settled like a thick fog, making your spirit weary. You are not on my own in this. Invisible palms are achieving out to you, geared up to catch you whilst you fall, prepared to raise you while you can now not stand for your own. There will be moments whilst you experience crushed when the pain on your chest will become almost insufferable, like a hurricane raging internal you. However, know this. The typhoon is breaking to clean the skies. The pain is a bring-in of recovery. The heaviness is getting ready you for the light so that it will flood your soul once the clouds move apart. Your coronary heart has been working extra time, wearing not most effective your very own burdens but the unseen pain of those around you. This message is to remind you that it's miles okay to rest. It is okay to ask for assist, to open your soul to the warm temperature of others who love you deeply, even supposing they do not continually say it aloud. Your worth of affection, of peace, of healing. This chest pain is the frame's way of urging you to take that step, to honor yourself via searching for the consolation your spirit desires. A stranger will move your course soon. A person whose presence will feel like a gentle breeze on a suffocating day. They will deliver a message, a present, or a sign with a purpose to awaken something inner you, a spark of wish you idea turned into lost. This meeting isn't by using chance. It's far orchestrated with the aid of forces more than the attention can see. Pay interest. Your life is set to go into a season of profound exchange. There will be shifts for your relationships. Doors that when regarded closed will slowly open, and new connections will emerge. Connections that resonate with your soul's private longings. You'll feel the stirrings of joy that rise despite the heaviness. These are the guarantees of the unseen realm coming alive on your truth. You can surprise why the pain is essential, why your coronary heart aches so deeply. It's far due to the fact your spirit is breaking free from antique chains, losing the load of beyond disappointments, releasing the tales that not serve your increase. This procedure is sacred. It smiles the divine paintings of resurrection happening inside you. Like a phoenix growing from ashes, your soul is making ready for rebirth. Your frame is a temple, a vessel for the divine spark inside you. While the spirit aches, the frame responds. Concentrate to what your chest is telling you. Do not ignore the alerts. Are seeking peace in moments of quiet. Breathe deeply, in your breath contains the existence force of Advent. Each inhale fills you with strength. Every exhale releases the pain. There may be days whilst tears go with the flow freely, whilst the ache seems countless. Those tears are holy. They wash away what now not belongs to you. They're the water that nourishes the garden of your soul. Permit yourself to sense without judgment. In feeling, you discover recovery. Your journey is not defined by means of the pain, however, by using the courage to walk through it. Every leap forward is a victory. Every breath taken within the face of hassle is a testament in your resilience. The divine watches your progress with tender eyes, proud of your bravery. You will begin to word signs and symptoms, small, subtle recommendations from the universe that you are on the proper path. A tune on the radio that speaks to your heart, a word overheard in a communication, a surprising feeling of peace amid chaos. These are messages wrapped in grace, supposed to manual you gently ahead. Archangel Michael stands beside you presently, his sword now not for damage, however for clearing the course in advance. He is the warrior of light, the protector who broadcasts that a while of waiting is over. His presence is a defend of peace, a promise which you are guarded by heavenly forces as you navigate those changes. Your coronary heart's ache is the beginning pang of something stunning. The strain you experience is just like the cocoon earlier than the butterfly takes flight. Realize that inside this heaviness lies your liberation. You're being organized for an existence packed with purpose, joy, and success beyond what you've got imagined. There is a legal count tied to your destiny, something a stranger will monitor to you quickly. This stranger holds the key to unlocking a door that has been sealed for years. It could come as a marvel, even a surprise, however it smiles a present from heaven. Open it with religion. Believe that this revelation will set you unfastened from burdens you did not realize you carried. Benefits are raining down upon you, even if you cannot see them yet. They're woven into the cloth of your days, expecting your spirit to seize the thread. Your prayers have not been in vain. The universe is responding in methods past your information. This message is about you, the very middle of your being, your heart, your soul, and the adventure you are on foot proper now. You could begin to feel a heaviness inside your chest, a strain that comes uninvited and weighs down in your spirit as plenty as your body. This chest pain isn't just physical. It includes a message, a religious sign that something deep inside you is stirring, something that needs your attention. It smiles the language of your soul, calling out for recuperation, for release, and for accept as true within the divine plan that surrounds you. You might surprise why this is taking place, why this soreness is making its presence recognized at this second in your existence. It smiles due to the fact you are on the brink of a metamorphosis, a crossing from what was into what should be. Your heart, both physically and spiritually, is starting to sense the shifts that have been coming for some time now. The burden of unspoken grief, unresolved emotions, or hidden fears can manifest as a heaviness within the chest. It is God's way of telling you, pay interest, pause, and turn your heart absolutely closer to Him. Recognize this, nothing will go incorrect with you. You are secure past what your eyes can see or your mind can apprehend. The divine mild surrounds you, enfolding you in a cloak of safety and peace. You are cradled within the fingers of a loving Creator who holds your each breath and each heartbeat. Even as the ache stirs within you, it isn't always a signal of defeat but a call to agree with and pray. It is an invite to give up your issues, your anxieties, and your fears into the fingers of the only who is aware of you in detail. This message for you comes with a reminder. The pain you feel is real, however it isn't always your enemy, it's far a messenger sent to rouse you in your religious desires. Just as the body signals whilst it calls for care, your spirit alerts whilst it wishes renewal. The chest ache you experience is the gentle, occasionally overwhelming, nudge of your soul telling you to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to are trying to find solace in prayer. Prayer is the balm that soothes the heartache and mends the fractures unseen via the world. The adventure through this pain will not be clean, but its miles vital. Within this chest ache lies a hidden grace, a hazard to confront what has been hidden, to launch what has been carried silently for too long. Perhaps there's sorrow you have got tucked away, moments of regret, or burdens that feel too heavy to hold. Now could be the time to lay them down before God, to open your arms and your coronary heart, and allow His recuperation to flow through you. It is on this sacred give up that peace starts a evolve to grow. You can find that with each wave of pain, there comes additionally a wave of clarity. God is the use of this moment to convey to light the parts of your coronary heart that need His recuperation touch. You are not by myself in this, enjoy. Archangel Michael and the heavenly host stand beside you, geared up to guide you through the shadows and into the light. Their presence is a promise that you'll not face this by myself, that the divine armies march with you even when you feel weakest. It is essential to remember that this pain does now not outline you. You are extra than your struggles, greater than your fears, and extra than the bodily sensations that once in a while crush you. You're a cherished infant of God, created with reason and destined for restoration. The pain you experience is temporary, a passage via which you will emerge more potent, greater conscious, and full of deeper faith. In the end, God is exposing what has been hidden within your coronary heart and lifestyles. He's revealing the truths that ought to come to light so you can walk ahead in freedom. This publicity is not a punishment, however, a loving act of liberation. It clears the manner for brand new benefits, new beginnings, and new strength. The discomfort you feel is part of the process of showing, a sacred unmasking that leads you in the direction of wholeness. Your prayers depend. Your belief topics. Each word you talk to God in those moments is a thread weaving you closer into His divine tapestry. Speak certainly, without worry or reservation. Inform Him of your pain, your hopes, your fears, and your need for His healing. He listens with a coronary heart complete of compassion and a willingness to hold you via each second of uncertainty. This message for you isn't always just a caution but a call to faith. It's far a gentle reminder that no matter what your body or thoughts tells you, your spirit is held in best peace by means of the one who created you. You're secure, you're cherished, and you are never forgotten. Agree with God together with your coronary heart, and in time, you will feel His peace upward thrust above the heaviness, filling your chest with light in preference to pain. The course before you may be shadowed with the aid of moments of conflict, but each step is guided via divine love. Your religion is your anchor, your prayers are your guard, and God's presence is your safe haven. Maintain speedy to these truths, and do no longer be afraid to are seeking assist from the ones round you as you walk this journey. You are not supposed to bear this by myself. You're meant to be supported and uplifted. As you face every day, remember the fact that this is about you, approximately your healing, your awakening, and your go back to wholeness. The chest pain you experience is a sign of this splendid work being finished inside you. It's far a sign that you are alive, that your spirit is active, and that God's hand is operating mightily on your life. Permit this message to settle in your heart. Allow it remind you that irrespective of how tough the journey seems, God's love is constant, unwavering, and more powerful than any ache. You will upward push from this more potent, renewed, and embraced via the divine presence that never leaves you. Ultimately, God is exposing the hidden corners of your existence to bring mild in which there has been darkness. That is the dawn of a brand new chapter, one packed with wish, healing, and the deep peace that simplest comes from trusting Him completely. Your adventure is sacred, and your recovery is near. Hold your faith alive, maintain your prayers constant, and realize which you are deeply cherished beyond measure.